Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel Hoffman, and I own and operate Turn of the Century Antiques, which is also home of the Virtual Doll Convention, where we are hanging out right now. It's our cozy doll shop out here in Denver. We provide a safe place for doll collectors to come and enjoy the world of doll collecting and enjoy everything about it and talk about them. It's mostly all dolls here. I do talk about my family, but this is a safe place to be yourself and enjoy dolls. So this is a video where we are going to chat and just kind of catch up. It's been a while since we have done that. Now, I just have to get this elephant out into the open right now. If I sound a little different, like I have maybe a little bit of a lisp, a little bit, and maybe you saw the rubber bands in my mouth. I just got Invisalign on Wednesday. By the time this airs, I will have had these in for an entire week, my first week. And for the therapy with it all to be effective, I have to have them in my mouth for 22 hours a day. And that leaves me very little time. I can take them out to eat, and that's about it. You're not supposed to drink coffee or have anything besides water, but I have drank other drinks and stuff because taking these things out is a whole production. Now, I definitely could have taken them out for this video. I want to try my life and see what it's going to be like to actually just have them in and do what I need to do and do my work. Now, for future videos, I probably will take out the rubber bands. In fact, I think I might take them out right now because they are kind of bothering me as I'm trying to relax and talk. Okay, rubber bands are out and we're all friends here, so I know I can just be myself and share with you what's going on. If you know me, then you would think, oh, well, her teeth are actually very straight, and they are pretty straight, but I've had 3 different dentists over the years, over the last, I don't know, 15 years, talk to me about my bite, which is it's a little bit of an overbite, and then some crowding in the front, and then, I don't know, there's several issues that made this that I had 3 different dentists tell me, and I've just had a lot. Of course, we all have a lot going on, but I've had a lot going on, and I just didn't want to get braces or to do this. Of course, nobody wants to do this, but it just came to a point that I got a couple chips on my front teeth, and the dentist won't even, he won't help me fix those or do anything about them cosmetically until I focus on the underlying reason, which is my bite and stuff like that. So I have Invisalign, top and bottom, 22 hours a day with the rubber bands. The orthodontist said, he said, if you don't use the rubber bands, then it'll be about an 18-month process. And I just said, you know what? I'm gonna just commit. This is my year of fixing things, and I will do the rubber bands, and I am going to be a very good student, and I have been doing this really, really diligently and taking it very seriously. And I really just want to fix what I can fix now for the future Rachel. So the 10 years from now, Rachel is going to be very glad that I did this. So if you've had, I'm sure a lot of you maybe had braces when you were a child, or at some point in adult life you've had Invisalign, or your children did, and so I know everyone has some kind of story or experience around them, but that's one of the biggest things that has happened to me in the last week. And I've also had a cold, so you might be hearing that too. I feel really good today, which is why I wanted to do a video and hang out with you, because gosh, it's been so busy basically since October of last year. We had Tonnerfest, and then we kicked off subscription season with 3 subscriptions. So doing 3 subscriptions has been such a crazy, wild, amazing adventure and so much fun. But that's 3 videos a month, three everythings a month. And so our workload has increased dramatically, and I haven't been able to do as much content, and I miss it so much. So we love doing our video content and our doll content, and I know how important it is. And so I'm trying to find a new balance and a new comfy of running this business, doing the physical work that I need to do, which is all the communications with my team and everyone that does things for our team, all of the back and forth, the ordering of things. I'm the one that orders like all of our printables and all of our supplies and all of that stuff. And I'm running the company, and with Paul, we make the subscription boxes, and Paul does a tremendous amount of shipping. He's here a lot of weeks, 6 days a week doing it. But I'm the one that makes the boxes with Paul, and I love those days. I wear some really comfy tennis shoes and really cozy clothes, and those are some of my favorite days in the doll shop. It's just sitting there and making those boxes that we send out to all of our happy customers. Every time I make a box, I pretend like, what is it going to feel like when this person opens it? And I know the stuff gets jumbled around in the box, but I place it just in certain ways that I think makes it look best. And anyway, those are some of my favorite days, but the weeks go by very quickly. And so by the time we film our unboxing videos, get the film set done for that, film our video, take down that film set, do the next film set, there's very little time in between all of that. So I'm trying to figure out when is the best time for all that. And I have figured out that it's after we do the Grace subscription, there's about a 2-week period before the new Anne subscription airs. And there's a 2-week period. So that is a really good time, I think, for making content, which I'm going to continue to do. And we have a lot of ideas and a lot of things that we've been wanting to do for weeks, months, and we just have to get it done. So when we film videos, we don't just usually decide that morning. We usually put it on our calendar and everything, so I can let the editor know and everything like that. A lot of you have been with me for a long time, and you'll probably remember some of my earlier years. God bless those early years, because they built the foundation, and sometimes I miss doing it, but I used to just put my camera on live. If I had a cold, no matter what was going on, makeup, no makeup, whatever I was wearing, I used to go live sometimes multiple times a day. 2 or 3 times a day I'd go live here at the doll shop. There'd be customers in the background looking at like, what is this person, who is she talking to? And I'd just be going live. It was all from my phone. The video quality was okay most of the time. Actually, it wasn't bad. The sound quality was usually pretty bad. And those were some of the glory days for some of my video content, because that was when a lot of the times things were just so wild back then in the doll world, and especially being a doll shop. We'd have people coming in here multiple times every day to bring dolls, to sell dolls. It was constant. Now it rarely happens, honestly. We get maybe 1 or 2 people that wander in here a week, and they're never doll people. The doll people do come, and we love when you do come, but it's usually we know you're coming and you'll let us know, and you're usually always from out of town. But like, as far as just like customers from off the street, almost non-existent. And as far as bringing in dolls, that has kind of waned a lot too. So every day I'm so grateful for all of the dolls that we have here and everything that we have on display and all of these wonderful treasures. And then every day I'm so grateful for the pivot that we made in this business to focus on our modern manufacturing and our wonderful fashions that we do for our dolls with the Robert Tonner dolls. So it literally saved us, saved this doll shop. And the fact that we are still here is because we made those changes. Absolutely no way I could make a living doing it the way we used to. And there was a time and a place for that, but businesses have to evolve and change with the times in order to stay relevant and to stay in business. And I knew that. And it was a very hard transition in the beginning, but I'm so glad we did, because I am literally having so much fun with this. It is so fun. I get to connect with you. We get to create wonderful things. We get to make adventures and just have such a great time. It's a lot of work, and there's nothing worth doing, I feel like, that isn't usually a lot of work. Am I right? So whether you buy our stuff and you're in that or not, I know that you see a lot of what we do, and it is reflected in our content. Over the last couple of months, we really haven't had any videos other than the unboxings, but the unboxing videos are still super fun. I hope and feel that even if you're not buying the thing or you're not in the subscription, you can still sit and enjoy the art of the unboxing and what we're talking about, and just have a friend with dolls. Like I've said many times, we want to be your doll besties. And when you watch those videos, whether you're buying it or not, I enjoy fashion. There's certain channels and people that I follow that are doing unboxings, or they're doing straight up commercials. But it is still fun to talk about that purse or that makeup or that new style of shirt, or styling their outfit 6 different ways. It's just fun to be a part of the community. And so I always want our page to feel very welcome to everybody that is, no matter what they collect. So if you're one of our wonderful antique friends, if you do the modern stuff, if you collect baby dolls, if you still like the content but you haven't collected in a long time, maybe your circumstances changed but you want to be a part of it. That's the core of what it's all about. Of course, I have to sell stuff to be able to pay for everything, but the core of it really is the community and the sharing and having a lot of fun doing it. And I think that we hit the mark. I really do. I think that we hit the mark. So let me know how you're feeling, what you're doing, what's going on. There's been a lot of different things that have happened in the last couple of weeks, just with on the news and everywhere. And sometimes social media can feel like a very crazy place to hang out and to be lately. And even YouTube can feel like that. And so it's really important to be very judicious about where you do spend your time and where you do consume. And I understand that very much. So when somebody watches our content and I see those views tick up and you took the time to do that, or you spend your hard-earned money with us, I don't take that lightly at all. It means a lot. We recently just had our release of the Elowen dolls, the Dark Knights Elowen and Just Beyond Nima. And Elowen sold out really, really fast. She wasn't our world record. The fastest we've ever sold out was actually Nima when she first came out. Nima sold out in under 5 minutes, and it was 400 dolls, 400, I want to say, but she sold out in less than 5 minutes. It was the first basic Nima. And then second to that, we sold 400 Grace dolls once in 6 minutes. And Dark Knights actually took about 7 to 7.5 minutes. I was actually in Starbucks when it happened. I usually do have to get out of the house just so I can have some privacy and to make it more fun for me, because if I have my brain going in too many directions, if I'm at home and Holland Diana's there and Derek's there, I may be in another room, but I can't really focus, and I want to be really focused. But anyway, we launched the dolls. I took a sip of my drink. I refreshed. They were down to 90. I refreshed again. They were down to 40, and then it was 7, and then they were gone. So many people were trying to access the selling point at once that in order to avoid overselling, the website did give an error message for about 10 minutes. If you got that error message, it didn't mean that you were going to get a doll and you didn't because the site crashed. It did that because it just had too many people accessing it. It was trying to avoid overselling. So I know that was so frustrating and so hard. And we have a really good website, but that happened, and we appreciate everybody so much. The money that we got from that, I used directly towards the property taxes that buys us another year here at the doll shop. So thank you so much. That's what the money went straight to, and I already paid it, and we're just so grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you if you were a part of that. I wrote a couple things down because there was some stuff that I wanted to chat about with catching up with you and what's been going on in our lives and in the world. So for the reason why I thought that I would have a really good year with my Invisalign is because I work here every day, usually just in privacy. We film our videos, so every time we film a video and I put it out, it really feels like I traveled somewhere and I got to see somebody and I wear cute clothes that day or even a themed outfit. And it is so fun. Like, that's one of the most fun parts of my job. But I don't actually go out and see people very much. I see you online, and that's how we communicate is through online and through messages and emails and through videos. And I knew that I could wear my Invisalign a lot, because I'm not, like, say, working in a mall or something like I used to, where, you don't want to have 2 rubber bands right here when you're trying to talk to people working in the mall. So my lead into all of that is to say that we have 2 major trips planned this year. We're going to be at UFDC in Virginia, which is going to be so much fun. We actually haven't registered for that, so we need to do that soon. But that is going to be great. The VDC team is going to be there, and we're going to do some fun things for that week. And then the second trip we're going to take is a really big one that we are so excited about. Billy Harris and Gail Lemon and their team, their wonderful team, have invited us and Robert Tonner to be the co-headliners of the gala dinner at the Ohio National Doll Show in October. It's October 4th and 5th. So the gala dinner is on October 4th, and then the show, and then the doll show the next day is on the 5th. So if you travel to that show, we'll see you there, if that's one that you never miss every year. And if you want to go and you're just hearing about this, it's a great opportunity because you can come to a gala dinner with us the night before, and then there's all kinds of amazing events that day leading up to the gala dinner. John Port's going to be there. Carol Cameron is going to be there. She's going to do an Izana Walker program. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that. There's going to be other programs throughout that day. And then there's also an incredible, huge sales room full of dealers from modern to antique and everything in between. It is such a great sales room. It is one of the best shows. And I always am sad to miss it when I have missed it in the past, but it usually coincides when we do a big event here 2 weeks later for Tonnerfest, so I can't do all that. So we're not going to have a big Denver event in Denver in October. We are going to be going and having a big event in Ohio. This is going to be better for us this year because this allows us to have more people. When we do the Denver event, it is amazing. Our shop is full of people. It's one of the best things that we do, but we have about 50 people. This event, the dinner is 125 for registrations for the dinner, and then it'll be sold out. And then the next day, Billy gets like 600 or 700 people to her show. Billy and Gail Lemon to their show. And I want to see more people. And so does Robert. So we will continue to have the wonderful smaller events here in Denver. The amount of work we put in, there should be like 300 people there. But I get it that people live everywhere else. So by combining forces and putting our resources into that show in Ohio, it's going to be really good for us. And we are so excited. So Robert has a new collection coming out that is dark academia themed. So Google dark academia vibes, dark academia pictures, dark academia fashion, and you'll see a little bit about what is inspiring Robert. This collection is already done. It is in production. It is coming soon. And we're going to be unveiling and doing a lot of the presentation for his dark academia in October 4th and 5th. So thank you very much, Billy Harris, for inviting us, and to Gail Lemon for all of your wonderful work that you do, getting the show together and doing everything, coordinating the sales room. It is so much work. I can't even overstate. I can't even begin to explain how much work it is to put on an event, especially with multiple events happening at the event. So there's luncheons, there's a dinner. You have to coordinate with the hotel about the food, the napkins, the linens. We just did one in October. We worked so hard. Christopher and I's eyes were actually twitching for about 2 weeks, and they since stopped after the event, but it was one of the most fun we've ever had. We did very well business-wise. It was so good for us, but it was like night and day, leading up 7 days a week. It was all I thought about. It was all I dreamed about. And so it took, a good 2 months to recover. I am just now getting like fully recovered, but in a good way, Okay, I had to start a new clip and then I dropped the camera. And so now we might be at a different angle, but that's what just happened. I'm filming this by myself. See, I can still hear a little bit of that lisp, but the doctor said that once I train myself to talk with these, because I've only had them for 2 days while I'm filming this, it'll be a lot better in about a week. So you'll notice in upcoming videos that I've gotten used to these and I am talking a little bit more clearer. But I am very excited about fixing these issues that I know that I've had for a while. So sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and do it. But the 2 doll shows is one of the things that I really wanted to talk about so that you can mark your calendars and get everything done with that. So I wanted, oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at that baby. Oh my goodness. That is one of her school pictures. I actually have several pictures of her in that dress because it is so cute. I got it at Goodwill for $2. I find the cutest clothes. With children, they get them so dirty sometimes. Sometimes she comes home perfectly clean, but sometimes, especially depending on what I packed her for lunch, she loves noodles and marinara sauce, so I packed that a couple of times a week with different meat or protein things with it. And sometimes it'll be like all down the front of her. And sometimes we get her clothes back in a bag and she's in a new pair of clothes. But I have found some really cute outfits for Holland Diane actually at Costco that have been super affordable and really cute. Or I just usually go to the Goodwill by my house, or the Ark. It's an Ark thrift store. And on Saturdays, everything's half off. So I'll get all her clothes for $1 or $2 a piece. And then I usually just donate them right back if they're in good condition, or I donate them to the school. The school is always needing clothes for when kids have accidents and stuff like that. But my Holland Diane, I wanted to chat about. She's doing so well. Her hair is coming in a little bit better, as you've seen probably in some recent photos. But I had the same hair. So I didn't start having long hair until I was, I don't even know, 5, 6. I remember at 7 and 8, I definitely had like full on ponytails, but my hair came in very slow, and hers is coming in the exact same way, which I think is so dang cute. But she just got upgraded like last week from, it was like the Rover room or something. It's like before preschool to now it's considered preschool. And she gets to start wearing a backpack, and they changed the curriculum. Her school is incredible. It is such a great school. We moved her there over about a year ago, and it's leaps and bounds compared to the one she was at. And so we're really, really, really happy with it. And they do so many fun things that just make parenting where they're in a school so fun. She's going to have a big Valentine's Day party. I cannot wait to send her to school with her Valentines and her treats for her class. Oh, it's going to be it's just so cute. So this is the age I have loved every stage, every age, every mom that I've talked to, because I share with them, like when she was a baby, I just loved having a baby. I loved having, of course I wanted her to grow but I loved having a baby. And now I love having a little toddler that it shares her mind and is sometimes very, very, very a lot of work, but most of the time it's just a dream. So we love being parents. I love having that baby, and it took a long time postpartum to, oh gosh, I loved all of it, but my goodness, that first year of pumping milk every 3 hours, I lost 90 pounds. I mean, it was a big journey from doing it. I mean, the people that have a lot of children, I salute you, because just even being pregnant and existing is a tremendous amount of work, and it's amazing what women can accomplish. So I am very proud to be a woman that did that. And also if that was not my path, I'd be very proud to be a woman that didn't, but it's been an incredible journey. And so we just love it. So she's doing so well. Derek is hoping to get into his new studio, which is on the same block, hopefully in April or May. Yeah, that's what we last talked about. There has been a lot of just different things that he's had to do, mostly financial things. Getting the new kiln has been incredibly expensive. He's had to build, which he's going to be doing next month, a garage for the new kiln out in the back. So there's just a lot of things that he's had to go slow, go in chunks. I've supported him with paying for as much for things that I can. So once he gets through all of that, then he'll be able to move in. So we have owned that building for 1 year and 3 months now, and the renovation that he has done on the inside is just absolutely incredible. But I'll be really excited for him to get out of the place right now that he's renting and to get into this new studio so he can expand his classes and make more money and have his new start. So it's very good. The place that he is renting has been such a beautiful and wonderful studio and home for him, and it has been just absolutely such a blessing for him. But things are changing, and it's time for him to move on. So it should be really good. We're very excited about that, and he's been working really hard about that. I have this new subject, this issue of Doll Castle News. This is for January and February, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It is the cutest little magazine. They always have just really cute articles, and support these independent little magazines. So like Antique Doll Collector, I always buy my issue. I buy the issue, and Doll News comes with my UFDC registration, but support these little magazines. But anyway, if you have this one, Diana Vining did such a cute write-up for Tonnerfest. Virtual Doll Conventions Tonnerfest 2024, a sensationally spooky event by Diana E. Vining. And this is so dang cute. There's the team right there. There's me with Elowen's cake. There's the studio where we decked it out for Halloween, and it was just amazing. There's some of that's a sneak peek of what is happening with Grace's subscription, but she did such a wonderful job. We had so much fun. So definitely look at this article. She did such a wonderful job. She put personal notes in here, and gosh, we've been together for 6 years. One of my favorite parts of this article was, she said, best of all, what a joy it was to spend time with the virtual doll convention team. Honestly, people have asked me, what are they really like in person? And I can honestly say that they are such a welcoming, fun, hardworking, multi-talented, and visionary group of friends. Rachel Hoffman has done wonders in the doll community and inspires me all the time with her can-do attitude and her generous heart. I just want to say that that is incredibly kind for Diana to say, but Diana inspires me with her incredibly upbeat attitude and generous heart. There's a lot of times that I will doom think. I'll go to the worst case scenario about whatever it is. Sometimes I doom think about what you're going to think. Like if you're one of our customers, maybe they're not going to love it as much as I do. Maybe they'll think it's this, you know, and I'm trying to not do that because it just takes me sometimes so far down a rabbit hole. And then we'll launch the thing and it'll be one of our most successful outfits, our most loved box. I wish I didn't do that to myself. So that's one of the things that I'm working on because I care and doom think so much. It doesn't help anything to do that. It does not help anything to do that. So I'm working on that. But Diana, thank you for your can-do attitude. I'll be doom thinking and I'll like share it with her and she'll just come up with a plan and everything's okay and it is all good. So Diana Vining's amazing. She said, also getting to meet new doll friends was an absolute delight. I always say that doll people are the best people. So Tonnerfest was an amazing event full of fabulous dolls, but as always, my favorite part is the people who made it possible. Thank you, Rachel Hoffman, for dreaming it, working hard at it, and making it a beautiful reality. As you know, I would not have this if I didn't have Diana Vining at the helm. Right when I launched Virtual Doll Convention, our graphics designer, Susan Circus, who was with me from the very, very, very beginning, she got cancer and passed away like 6 months into starting Virtual Doll Convention. And I was trying to do my own graphics and I'm okay, but I'm not an illustrator. I don't know anything like that. And Diana Vining messaged me and asked if she could provide a paper doll for our upcoming Virtual Doll Convention, the second one that we were going to do. And I said, yeah, if you could send me. Anyway, she sent me an example of what she does. I offered her a job, I think, within a few days. And so we've been together for that ever since. So Diana Vining's amazing. And then we have, of course, since then expanded our team to Dil Hermando in Brazil, who does an incredible job with our marketing and photos and helps us with social media a ton. And then, of course, Christopher's been on the team probably going on about 3 years now. And Paul has been on the team for over a year now. Wow. About 1.5 years, actually, I think. So we have a small team of very incredibly dedicated people who just love their job, and we're all just really thankful to be doing this. The climate out there, no matter what you believe in politically or what is going on, you know, for what you believe in, there's still a lot of tension. There's still a lot of things going on. So it's really important in this time and in this age to find your community and to find a safe space to be yourself, whether that is reading a book, whether that is enjoying some tea and playing with your dolls, finding those pockets of life where you feel safe and finding your community and your tribe. And if you feel like you don't have a community and a tribe, you have one with us. It is right here. We have the YouTube community and the Facebook community where you can, of course, put your comments and be a part of everything, or not comment, just watch. And then we do have an online Facebook group. And then my email is always open. If you want to shoot me an email and share with me what is going on in your life or talk about things or whatever, I love email. Don't ever feel like you don't have a voice or that I don't want to hear from you. In fact, I get a lot of emails, not a ton, but I get a decent amount of emails that are like customer service related, of course, where it's like, you know, you have an issue you need us to fix, or you're wondering about this or whatever. Like those, of course, that's a part of the job. But sometimes my favorite emails are when you email just to check in and say, hey, and say what you liked about that video or that you loved about those shoes or what you're going through in your life. So I'm always there. My inbox is always open, and never feel like you're a burden, because you're not. Email's the best though for me, because sometimes DMs are just really hard for me to once I get off of work, and I'm not really in them when I'm at work, and then once I get off of work, I'm in mom mode, I'm doing laundry, I'm taking care of my child, I'm making dinner. And so sometimes those are hard for me to respond. I do get to them sometimes way late, but email is good because I set aside time every day. So anyway, my whole point with that is that we have a community here. This is a doll shop. It's a small doll shop in Colorado. There aren't very many of the doll shops left, and so many of you have done so much to help make sure that we are here to stay. And as long as we are here to stay, we are here to stay, and we are here to be your friend and your cohort in your doll collecting, and to be here to help you enjoy the love and the camaraderie that comes and the joy that comes with your dolls. Yes, most of us are adult doll collectors. That is what we do. That is what we love. That is what brings us satisfaction and joy and a release, a way to escape and just to express ourselves. I've said in many videos that dolls are a way for us to move authentically through our lives. And it is so incredibly true. And if we can be a part of that, it means so much to us. So speaking of community, that's my cousin. And on Fridays, we talk about being moms, and we'll share our outfits of the day and what we're eating for lunch. So that's what I'm saying. It is so fun to have a person to do that. And a lot of us, our lives have changed. A lot of our people that were our person for a lot of those things passed away. And I understand that. I understand that more than anyone, how your life can change. And the only thing we can really count on really is that life does change. But the important thing to do is to evolve and to stick together. We have to stick together, and we're going to be there for each other, and we're not going to give up, and we're going to keep enjoying dolls, and we're going to keep showing up, and we're going to keep doing all of the wonderful things that we do as a community. On the last note of that, I just want to say I had spoke on social media how our friend Michael, who came to the doll shop back in September, I think, trying to sell something so he could make ends meet for the month. He is on government assistance. It's just not enough, especially with a pet. And anyway, I invited him in, and he cleaned for us, and then he's been cleaning for us every week since then. He had a stroke, and then he has a blockage that he's going to have surgery for soon, but they couldn't get him in just yet. And anyway, he was down to $1.60 in his bank account. We went and put money in his bank account, and we have been sponsoring Ubers for him to get to his medical appointments so he doesn't have to take his walker on the bus, because he's not supposed to get his heart rate up. And taking the bus and trying to get your walker on and off, especially in winter when the sidewalks are full of ice, and it's just not a good situation for a 70-year-old man. And so we've been helping him with that, but the community has been helping so much. A lot of you have sent cards and checks, which I am going to split up and help him deposit on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, just to help feed his cat and to help him. So you guys have been so incredibly sweet. I am truly humbled. You're just so sweet. So thank you for everything. I will, of course, let you know what's going on with him as the weeks go on, and of course after he has his surgery. But the way that the doll community cares and the way that it comes together has been shown so much over the years. I have done lots of fundraisers, and so many of you have contributed, whether it was $5 or $200 or even way more than that. I'm just looking over here at the Jonathan Green Memorial that I have here at the doll shop, but do you remember last year I was selling those crocheted Raggedy Anns, and we ended up raising, it was I think $6,500, close to $7,000 for his school to build a play fort out in the area that Jonathan Green used to have recess duty. And it has a plaque dedicated to him and everything. None of that would have been possible if you didn't support that and to do that and to help me raise that money to make that possible. So thank you for always being there for me. Always. You guys have always been there for me through everything, through death, through life, through birth, through all the ups and downs, through people retiring, through the depths, and through the hills and the valleys, you know. So thank you for everything. So I am going to go get some lunch for the team and get back to work, and we will see you on the next video. But I love you so much. It was so fun to hang out and to chat and catch up a little bit. And remember, I'm always here, and I love you very much. And dolls are for everybody. Dolls are for everybody. So if you're new to this channel, remember, dolls are for you. They're for you, for everybody, no matter what background you come from, no matter how much money you have, no matter if you're gay, straight, old, young, all of it, okay? No matter what color you are, no matter what, dolls in their form and in the way that you want to consume them and the way that you want to love them and the way that you want to use a doll to express yourself and to get through life in a better and more joyful and authentic way, dolls are for everybody. And so I just want you to remember that. If anyone tells you different, you remember that Rachel Hoffman in Denver, Colorado says that dolls are for everybody, and you just remember that and you stick to that, okay? So we'll see you very soon. I love you very much, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.